this here. Now what I'll do is, looks like the screen was deleted. Why would that happen? Hold on. Had some technical problems there, everybody. Thank you for being patient. Vic had a really massive turnout, so for us to get alive with him was near impossible. There was a line all the way down the hall here. So, but now the event is coming near an end, and now we have the Grandmaster here to talk about with us his experiences. And what made him the guy or the person who fought them all and beat most of them.
Yes. Yeah. My name is Vic Moore. I'm a 10th degree black belt. I'm a 5-time world champion in karate. I started a long time ago, back in 1950, and I've been in it about 73 years now, winning tournaments left and right. I'm the first Grand National champion in the world under the USAA. I'm the first African American Grand National champion in the United States. I defeated Joe Louis to become the first world pro karate champion. And I can go on and on and on with it, So I'm very pleased to be here. And I'm looking forward for this great dinner also.
Yeah, we have coming up, and you got to see the respect especially the old time masters have for Vic, who know who he was. I remember back in the 80s and 70s when people talked about you in our dojos, and you could hear it from all the grandmasters and masters that are here right now, and black belts from those days. They have a lot of stories to tell about Vic and his ability. So, Vic, tell us a little bit about when you fought Chuck Norris and some of the challenges you faced.
Is a good friend of mine, and I had eaten at his house, my wife and I, and we knew we had a big match coming up at the Internationals. And during this match, we traded a lot of good techniques back and forth with each other. He came in with his spinning back kick, and I knew his techniques very well. Instead of backing up, trying to block it like most people do and get the wind knocked out of him, I sidestepped him and stepped in. Oh, there my buddy.
Yeah, we got the Viking Samurai, the real celebrity.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Come sit down. Sit down. People don't want to see me. They want to see you.
Yeah,
get in there with the Grandmaster.
Yeah.
He's talking about his fight with Chuck Norris.
He come in with his spinning back kick. Everybody backed up and trying to block it. It's too fast. You don't back up from Chuck Norris spinning back kick. I stepped in, tagged him right in the kidney, sent him to the floor.
Wow.
He sprawled out and said, Vic, you got me, Steve Armstrong, the referee, he says, wait a minute. He looked surprised. We got to have a meeting. He took everybody into the room off to the side. Says, we can't have this nigger beating our champion.
That's not good.
Not at all.
I mean, that's crazy.
Two of them told me what he said, so I knew what Steve Armstrong from Seattle, Washington had said.
Wow.
And we come back out. Oh, Chuck, he tagged me on the arm. Steve Armstrong said, oh, that's it. That's the winning point. Okay. Chuck Norris, the champion, he got to remain the champion. everybody was booing him and wondering what's going on. When we got ready to leave, Chuck Norris stopped me at the door and said, "Wait a minute, Vic. You know I didn't have nothing to do with that. You beat me fair and square.
Sure.
Take me up the program." And he wrote on that, "To the guy that beat me, Vic Moore, fair
Fair
and
and
square."
square.
His wife said, "Wait a minute, Vic. I got something for you too." She took her program to Vic Moore and the man that beat my husband, Chuck Norris, fair and square. Oh, I was about in tears. I said, "Man, y'all don't have to do that." He said, "Yes, you beat me." I said, "Well, thank you, and we still friends, No.
Oh, you and Chuck are still friends?
Oh yeah, very definitely. We had eaten at his house, and all.
Well, let me ask you this, Vic. Oh, by the way, Grandmaster Vic's got the article too, talking about the whole Chuck Norris thing. I think it was probably what that magazine was from the '60s or '70s, right?
Yeah, from the '60s.
Yeah. So even back then, the story was out because a lot of people questioned some stuff on Grandmaster. So you and Chuck are cool. Like, has Chuck ever asked you to be in one of his movies or his Walker Texas Ranger show?
No, not really. I'm over in North Carolina. He's way out west in California.
California,
But I have
Texas.
been in some movies,
Okay.
Rock Walls.
Well, let me ask you this, man. Like, what's your favorite movie that you've been in?
Ninja Turtle 2.
Oh, okay. What were you doing in that movie?
I was playing a detective in that
Oh, you were?
movie. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Hey, here's another fun question. What is your favorite martial arts movie of all time and why?
Enter the Dragon.
Why?
Bruce Lee.
Okay. But you don't think a lot about him as a fighter, but you are a big fan as a martial artist, though, and a movie star, right?
I have a lot of respect for Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee brought more people into karate than all of us karate people put together.
The power of movies.
The movies, the power of movies. And he was a good karate person, but not a champion fighter like the other guys, Mike Stone, Joe Louis, Bill Wallace, and all.
Sure.
But his movies was fantastic. But they have what is called feeding up the frame.
Oh, yeah,
Movie.
sure.
That it speeds up your movements and it makes it look like you're going twice as fast.
Well, real quick, because people question about Bruce Lee. Like, some people say they never did anything to speed the film up in his films. Other people say they did. So why do you think that?
Oh, they did. They did.
I mean, do you have any evidence, or are you just like he's too fast? They had to have sped it up.
No. Being that I fought him,
Sure.
I knew his real speed. I don't have to guess.
Sure.
They say, well, who would have beat Chuck Norris or Bruce Lee and all? I fought both of them. I know the real speed,
Yep.
and I would put my dollars behind Chuck Norris.
Okay. Here's a question. Catching up with some of these comments. Let's see. Oh, Byzantino said, ask you what you think of the Kempo karate you learned back in the day compared to MMA of today. What do you think of that?
Night and day difference.
Like, how
Back
so?
then it was real karate. We punched with our two knuckles and we hit with power coming from the center of the body. We put our head into it, we put our shoulder into it, we put our hip into it, not jumping up and down and bouncing around and falling on the floor and rolling around and turning flips and all that. It was from the breath, the breathing, with the blows. And we hit at certain areas on the body, this particular area, not just slapping anywhere and everywhere. So it was real karate, as we call it.
Okay. Does anybody today teach real karate, in your opinion?
Well, there's a lot of us teaching real karate, and it's night and day difference. It's really a lot of real stuff. We didn't learn karate back in the days for tournaments. We didn't learn karate. They would go win a trophy and all.
But you did compete a lot, and you did win a lot of trophies.
A lot of trophies, Steve Sanders, Muhammad, and all, and myself.
Here's a question then: how did you change your training a lot from learning?
No, we haven't trained. We haven't changed. I haven't changed a bit. I still fight the same way, teach the same way. You know,
Okay.
it's just a lot of different.
Okay, but the way you would do karate on the street would obviously be different than the way you would do karate in a tournament, right?
No, no. I teach you karate. What you do with it is up to you. You want to take karate and kill a person? That's up to you. You want to take karate, win a trophy? That's up to you. You want to take karate and just bounce around and play? That's up to you. It is real karate, the real thing, the same way. So we just didn't take karate as a game, as a play thing. We took karate for real force.
Okay. Okay. So a lot of people want to know when your documentary is. I think this is yeah, right here, man. Grandmaster,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Vic Moore story. When is that going to come out?
Supposedly next month.
Really?
Yeah, that's up to Mr. Chris himself, Chris Everett. You know.
Okay. And then you, of course, they should make a movie based on your life, right? A biopic.
Yeah.
Who would you like to play you in the movie?
Well, there's several. I would think the main person that I'm leaning toward is Michael J. White. He's a little taller than me, but we built about the same we were, and he think he might be a little old, to play me, but I don't really think so. I like his movies. I like his techniques. I like his thing. He would have to adapt a little bit more strong, seriously, but I think he could play me and be the best individual out there to play me.
So you think he could pull it off? So
I think he could. I think he could.
yeah, you would probably want to train with them at least for a few months, though, right, to really get it down.
Not really that long,
No?
about a month,
Okay.
training, because I train very intense.
Okay, now the question, because I know a lot about your life story and a lot of really cool stories related to that. So, what would the movie do? Would it start like when you were a kid first learning
Yeah,
karate, or
start.
would we start like when you're in your 20s or 30s already?
No, I would like for it to start when I was a kid, so naturally we would need someone else,
Sure.
a little kid, but he'd have to be tough. He'd have to be really tough, and muscular and built
Yep.
with an attitude.
Definitely, definitely. And you had okay. They're telling us we got to cut this. So this event's a little about to shut down. We were trying to go on earlier. Remember, 12 o'clock Eastern time live. This one we started later. There's a lot going on in Atlantic City. Alan Goldberg's Mega Action Weekend. Great stuff, man. So if you guys didn't make it out this time, you got to come next year. And yeah, Grandmaster, you going to be here next year?
Oh, yes, yes. Having a great time. This is great. I was here last year.
Yeah.
I've seen how great it was, so I'm back again.
Oh, yeah, and you got to be back next year in the years to follow because, I mean, the line at your booth, I mean, you got all kinds of cool autograph photos, all this stuff, man.
Autographs here, a lot of respect, and it really surprised me to see how much people respect me. And,
We help keep history alive, like not just on my YouTube channel, but obviously at these events like Alan throws, which is cool. Cynthia Rothrock's here, Don the Dragon Wilson, Michael Jai White, all kinds of legends, obviously Grandmaster Vic Moore. So, guys, make sure to show up next year for the event.
yeah, very much so. And I appreciate the interview here. And I look forward to working with you some, too. I understand you're going to do a little boxing.
Oh, yes. Let me promote that real quick, man, because some of you guys may not know this, but Grandmaster Vic Moore is undefeated in boxing. I believe you are 12-0 as an amateur.
12 fights. I won all 12. Knocking them out with body punches. But I cheated because I used karate. I was hitting them with karate blows and not just regular straight boxing blows. That's when we put our snap into it, put our head into it, our shoulder into it, hip into it, and bam, hit them.
And I got a prediction. My fight, by the way, celebrity boxing, is going to be March 9th in Atlantic City. Damon Feldman, head of Celebrity Boxing, was out here earlier, and I have a prediction that I'm going to knock my opponent out probably at the latest in the second round, and it may be because of Vic Moore's punches.
It will definitely help.
Oh, yeah, you heard it here first, guys. Anyway, thanks for tuning in.
Yes, very much so. I look forward to working with you.
Thanks, Grandmaster.